The Parkhead Hub is a building in the Parkhead area of Glasgow, which will serve Parkhead itself, but the wider northeast of Glasgow. And it will provide a whole range of services from the NHS community services, NHS hospital services, social care services, and hopefully lots of community organisations can provide services there.
So Parkhead Hub art strategy really is about working with the community to build a sense of ownership and pride in what is an amazing new facility. So the artwork itself does help to soften out a clinical environment, but the process of the community being part and parcel of making that artwork does bring them into the very fabric of the centre.
So we've got a lovely display of lots of different community art. Over the past year we've been doing lots of groups in the community with the HSCP as part of their project for the Parkhead Hub opening. So we've got artwork here from our art club, which is a lovely group on a Monday afternoon for adults in the community who come and they get a cup of tea, they enjoy a bit of chat, and then they're always led in a new different art activity each week.
So Jackie approached me in January, and we'd spoke about doing something collaboratively together. We were trying to work out what that would be. I was very much keen on bringing in a lot of local artists and changing the kind of grayer palette of the area and of the centre, and adding some real colour and adding some real kind of different personality to the community. And I found that this was a perfect way to do it.
Originally our first project was set here in the Forge, and it was a 3-day project to help meet the people on the street who are going to access the new Parkhead Hub across the road. And it was part of really a consultation and also just like an information sharing.
It's important because if you're in amongst other people, you're not just sitting in the house all day.
And from that, we then grew into doing specific art groups in the community that people could keep continuing over the year.
Try and get involved as much as possible, you know.
And we hope that these groups that we've been running will move over to the Hub when it opens.
So Bespoke Atelier are the lead artists at Parkhead Hub. We've been commissioned to create an artwork for the entrance area and also for the children's area. Our process for designing all the artworks for Parkhead Hub are all very focused around community engagement. So we work with all sorts of different community groups in the local area.
So it's been a really great project. The young people designed it all. It was kind of led by them, what was important, and things like that, like home being important, sometimes their environment, even their pets. That was what they felt important. That's what gave them a bit of fulfilment, and it also allowed them to kind of express maybe how they were feeling and how they could then, I suppose, encourage others to talk about mental health and that it's okay not to be okay.
So the community groups really loved to see all of the designs that we uncovered from the archive. They found that really inspiring, and that was a starting point for all of our community engagement workshops. They were really interested to see the colours that were used, the motifs that were used, and we did a lot of work with them to zoom into those details and look at how can we abstract them, how can we use this inspiration and turn that into something new and exciting for the Hub.
So yeah, this is just a small snippet of one of the original wallpapers. So this was just the stuff that was done with the young people, and that was then Marion from Bespoke Atelier kind of spent a bit of time just trying to, I suppose, make it so that it was more friendly for everybody and it was inclusive to everybody.
We've been developing the pub for quite a number of years now, and over the time we've engaged lots of the local organisations, community councils, community and voluntary sector, a whole range of organisations that work with local people.
So our members have been involved with the consultations from the very, very beginning. From years ago when we were looking at where the new Parkhead Hub should be, we've been involved in helping design it to ensure that it is what the local people in the community are looking for. So it's amazing now to see it actually taking shape and opening.
We've got some hospital services coming from the outpatient clinic, so instead of people having to go to one of the big hospitals in the city, they can come to the Hub and see their nurse or receive a service there. We've also, as I said, we've got the library. Parkhead Library will be based here, and that'll be hopefully a thriving place for people to come. And it won't just see that they're coming to an NHS or a social work service for building, they'll also be coming to a community base. We have some rooms that can be booked by the local community organisations, and they can come here early evening, they can go to the library, they can have go to the cafe, and then they can have meetings and things like that. So we're trying to make it welcoming for local organisations to be based here and to provide some of their services here as well.
It can be difficult getting kind of neutral community spaces in the East End, and I think the Hub is going to be really great at providing new spaces for people to use.
For us, it'll be being able to be part of the community and be able to be in a building where all services.
For many people, they don't have just one condition. They have a whole range of things going on in their lives, from health conditions to needing issues to do with housing or social care and things like that. Coming to one hub, there are lots of services in one place. Hopefully it'll be more accessible for people. They don't need to go to another part of the East End and things like that, so they can actually be based here and receive a range of services and see the people they need to see in one location.
I think because it's been such an embedded experience over such a long time, it's not just been sprung on people. It's been really nice that they've been part of the journey, and it gives them a sense of ownership that this actually is going to happen, and they're going to see their sort of handiwork in the new building.
That then lets them take a bit of pride and a bit of responsibility for the hub when it's here. They'll be really involved and be really keen to get involved in that experience, I suppose.